Alrighty, what's up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to another live stream. Got a few guests on, some fellow Japanese collectors and other languages here and there. We got Henry's Poke Corner. We got Blackwire TCG, Brendan,
Hey,
and
what's
then we
happening?
have Shug Nasty, Topsun Daddy, and what other names do you go by?
That's it. I think that's it.
That's it. How's it
That's all I
going?
know. People might be calling me something behind my back. I don't know.
Oh,
How y'all doing?
chilling, bro. Thanks for having us on. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I'm
Honestly.
excited for this one.
Yeah, long
Yeah, I
time
have to
coming.
say, oh, sorry. I was gonna say I miss the freaking tatami rooms and things. I used to have a couple rooms like that, absolutely
Oh.
gorgeous. And actually, I used to hang all of my Final Fantasy gear and stuff like that in one of the rooms. It was really cool.
Nice. Yeah, this is my little tatami. Well, I guess Ibex has one. I've kind of you can't tell, but yeah, I got my little man cave tatami room here.
Nice.
Yeah, I got my. In this house, there's 3 tatami rooms, but 2 of them I put in this wood carpet, real wood carpet. It's called in Japanese. I don't know. Like so for my office, so there's no tatami mats like under my desk and chair, right?
I did the same thing. Yeah, it's like fake wood kind of, or almost like foam.
Yeah. But then I left the main one as tatami, like the hangout area. It's pretty chill. It's where we go like play the TCG.
Nice.
For those who aren't familiar with the tatami rooms, that's like where you have the kind of a bamboo style flooring. Very traditional, very like classic Japan. There you go. It feels wonderful. Actually, it feels no matter like what kind of season you're dealing with, it's actually pretty easy to walk on. So I miss it. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, and I love the way they smell in the summer when it's hot. Like some people don't like it. I love it. Like it's just a really nice scent in the air, the tatami.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Nice.
So today we got, I guess, a rough sort of theme figured out for this live stream. This was relatively impromptu. As these guys a couple days ago, if they wanted to hop on the stream, just to chat about collecting Japanese cards in early 2026 in this pretty crazy market. We'll talk about what we've been buying, what are we looking to buy. Maybe talk about some underrated cards, PSA changes, upcoming sets potentially, just all sorts of things related to collecting Japanese cards. I'm sure other languages will slip in there as well, which is fine. But yeah, let's start with some recent pickups maybe. If you guys get something you wanted to show, I'd love to see it. What's up, FOMO?
Oh
going
man.
on?
Oh, I've been looking at the wrong chat. I was like, I was looking at the private chat, not the actual.
Oh yeah,
but
me too.
yeah, honestly, I've been all over the place lately when it comes to pickups. But I've been looking more at the Chinese market, just at like some of the Chinese exclusives more than I have lately. Looking at a lot of the Japanese cards. Just because I'm noticing that a lot of the recent Japanese cards, things that we thought would be exclusive, are turning out to just be coming out in regular English sets. When I pick Japanese cards, typically I aim more for the exclusive. So, the Unagma promos or something like that, something a little bit unique. And so I'm seeing a lot more uniqueness in the Chinese market. So lately, haven't been too laser focused on Japan, but I'm curious what you guys have been trying to pick up.
You want to go? Go, Shug?
Yeah, so I started vending a couple weekends ago. I did my first vending experience, and a lot of the cards I'm picking up in the last few weeks have been for that. But I've also been like finding personal collection items. So I got a couple of gold stars recently.
Damn.
I got the Mewtwo as well, but I was able to get these 2. And then for more like of what I want to bring to the vending show, I learned it was a good learning experience because I brought a lot of cheap modern stuff that I thought people would want. And there were people that did want modern, but a lot of people were looking for like mid-era or vintage stuff. So I went ahead and got some like what I would consider some good mid-era vintage. Maybe not. It's like some of it's modern, but you got the Pokémon, the Shining Collection cards, and they're just like kind of like cute cards that you would. I think people would have fun picking up.
Yeah, those are great.
And they're relatively like relatively not that expensive when you look at them compared to modern cards. I was looking at the scramble cards the other day, and there's like the scramble Venusaur in a 9 is $245 on eBay.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not that bad when you're looking at the hits from like modern sets right now that are well above that. I'm like, damn, I'm gonna buy some scramble cards. So I bought the scramble Zapdos the other day.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I got some English for the table too, because there were people wanting English stuff. So I got the special delivery Charizard.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
And then
I have like for the special
Pikachu.
delivery Charizard, just for a note on that one, and it looks like maybe that Pikachu has it too. But a lot of those special delivery Charizards have a hollow bleed on the cards. So
really?
I recommend if anybody has a special delivery Charizard, do a double check on it just to make sure if it has a hollow bleed or not. I have a lot of heavy hollow bleed Charizard special delivery cards, so I keep those, especially the ones I have in a 10. They look awesome.
I love hollow bleed. So good.
Yeah, vintage
Stuff
card,
to
vintage
take.
Japanese. Like every card is hollow bleed.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah.
Shug, Jake
But
is
there's-
asking which of those are you gonna black label?
It
No,
has to
none
be
of
English,
these.
right?
Yeah, it has to be English. So none of these
Oh,
are gonna
no.
black label. There was a I'm pretty scared actually because I've never graded English honestly. So
Jay's got such the upper hand on
Yeah.
this bet.
Yeah. You're in trouble, Shug.
Yeah.
I've never graded English, but I have this card in the 9 that I was looking at, and I'm gonna look at it a little bit better. I think this might be able to. I'm gonna send this to Beckett. I think. I don't know why it's a 9. I'm trying to figure out why PSA put a 9 on it. Honestly, I don't see any
That is a
whitening.
good card.
I just sent one in like a few days ago.
The centering's clean too, but yeah, I've been buying like stacks of cards, so I have like 3 handfuls of this that I gotta go through an inventory and price out.
Damn.
Yeah.
And then I got a bunch more on the way. Oh damn, there you go, Brandon.
Very cool.
Yeah, this is my first copy of that card. I've always wanted it, and it's expensive in Japanese. How much is it, Ibex? Do you know?
Stupid expensive.
I think in a 10 they're going for like, or I think I've seen them on buy list for around 70,000 in a 10.
Yeah, on the buy
500
list too.
US
Not even.
maybe?
Oh, there you go.
450?
Brandon's got the Japanese.
That is a beautiful card.
What's it called in Japanese?
It's a
Well,
precious
it comes-
collector Pikachu.
Yeah, it comes from a special collector's box. So probably if you check like I think it's just called Special Collector's Chest Pikachu or something, but
It's a precious collector.
I can
Was
give
it
you.
you,
Oh, there you
Henry?
go, Precious Collection.
Yeah.
Was it you that was saying that you saw this card and you didn't know it had texture on it?
Yeah. That's,
I didn't know that either. And like you said it, and then I was like, I got to get this card because I need to see. Even the English one has some decent texture on it. I was
does.
surprised for an English
Yeah.
card. I was like, holy shit, like this looks nice. But yeah, it's
Every
pretty
time I
sick
see
card.
that card, I buy it. Like if I find it in the wild, I'll just pick it up.
And for English, it's
know
like
that.
super cheap, right?
hella
Yeah.
cheap, like $40.
English
30,
English
40
is
bucks.
$35. The Japanese version should be around $250 to $300. I would imagine now it's $300 because when people tried to buy that the set or the box that it came in, it was around $250. So I would imagine it's around $300 right now.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's a bit of a peak attacks on a lot of cards recently. But that's crazy. That's from I think, was it 22 or 23? I think 22. And that was just pre-order Pokemon Center. No lottery, nothing. You just pre-order it.
Very
Yeah,
times.
different times.
Different times. Yeah, that's a good card. Yeah. Yeah, I've been picking up some stuff. It's funny because some of what I picked up as well is sort of in that same realm as your shiny collection stuff, Shug, in the sense that like it's cool to see them still at that price considering how much, the boxes and packs go for. I mean, shiny collection.
Yeah,
A pack.
ridiculous.
Again, I don't know what they sell for. I just see them on the buy list from the store. Stores are paying 110,000 yen for a pack, shiny collection pack. A single pack.
That's ridiculous.
And you could pick up some of those cards in your LP near mint condition for, I don't know how much you paid, but probably not all that much, right? So
No. Yeah, I think a lot of them are LP, probably close to near mint, some of them. And I paid, it depends on the card, but I think I paid fair price. Like I said, when I was comping them out on eBay, to see what the prices were like in the West, a lot of them were double what I paid for them almost. I was like surprised. I don't know why people aren't just snapping them up on Mercari right now.
yeah, it's a bit of a overlooked stuff, I think, is these slightly older cards in, let's say not PSA 10 worthy condition. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's up in it. So one card I bought a few copies of over the last couple of weeks is I'm sort of breaking my own how should I say it? My own MO of dipping a little bit into the full art trainers. I got
Dang,
Yeah.
a few of these.
that's my favorite
There you
trainer
go.
card of all time.
It is a very nice looking card.
So
And
good.
Are those
this is
recent
just one.
pickups?
Yeah, I just bought these. Like, I picked up one 2 weeks ago, and I bought two more like last week. So
Is it okay if I ask how much you paid for one of them?
yeah, so the one I bought on Card Rush for around 9,000 yen, and then the other two I got from Torika Camp in A. They're all A condition. They all look very clean. Two are a little OC,
Mhm.
but the two from Torika Camp were 7,500 yen each. So pretty good, I think.
Yeah, that
And
is really
this is
good.
it's one of those things where these are from Tag Bolt, so Team Up. They're
Mhm.
more expensive in English for a female full art trainer. That doesn't make sense to me.
Right.
I mean, Team Up is a very expensive box. That's why, right? But I think it's just a good price for a hit from Tag Bolt, if that makes sense. And so
Yeah.
I think it's a good looking card.
The reason why I asked is because I picked up a copy during like the height of the waifu craze, and so mine was about maybe 125 for mine. So I like knowing that the price now is where it is now. I think that's a great price, especially for a quality. That's awesome.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
I picked up my copy the last time I went to Japan, so what, a little over a year. I paid $35. I just checked right now, USD.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's nice.
and
That's
it's perfect quality. So
I vote.
That was a damn liar. He's
Yeah, I
such a
don't believe
liar.
it.
He's like an OP whale now.
It's in the name. FOMO TCG, huh? It's great.
Yeah, in-app the Airy is a very cool SIR, and it's like
love that
I
card.
don't know how much it's now, but it was like $5 in Japan, like $8 the longest time. Right.
Yeah, well, I've been picking up just more of these Japanese promos. One Piece.
Is that a promo? What promo is that?
Ooh.
I don't know. I just
Ooh.
look up Japanese One Piece promos and I just buy them. They're just
I've done that before.
Yeah, and I just some of them are for the binder if they're not gradable, and then but yeah, just picking up those. I haven't been interested in Pokemon singles like at all. I'm kind of disappointed with the market right now, but
Yeah, it's good to take a break sometimes too.
it
And
is.
like
yeah.
you're still in Pokemon because you make content around it, you talk about it, you look at it, but you don't have to be buying on it. Honestly, I think some people think they have to always be buying, and it's nice just to take a break every so often. I think.
For sure.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes
Speaking of
like
One Piece. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Brad.
what I was going to say was like sometimes when you have that break in between, you can kind of figure out, kind of narrow down what some of your thoughts are on, hey, what are you trying to collect, and what do you think where things are going to go. And I think it takes some time to kind of think about what the market is doing before trying to go after something. So like that was kind of why I started picking up the waifu. So I mentioned I wasn't going too far into things besides Chinese, like Chinese exclusives, but this one did just come in recently. This
That's
is
sick.
one of,
Iconic.
there's a lot of hype when it comes to that Lily's Clefairy nowadays. And so I was looking at price comparisons and I was thinking like, if I could pick up this card for like $400 and I know that the Lily's Clefairy from that the start deck 100 box is pushing about like
3, right?
it's like 350,
Yeah.
400. I mean, that means that this is a no-brainer pickup. So I just went ahead and grabbed it. And if you couldn't see, like it's got some good grades up there. So I think that if I was to crack this and send it, it'd probably get a PSA 10. So
At CGC Blue Label, yeah. They were so
Yeah,
sick,
CGC
right?
Blue Label, they used to grade crazy hard.
That's crazy.
But yeah, so I'm looking into pricing and seeing the comparison between English and Japanese and seeing what makes sense. And it's just like what Nick was talking about when it comes to these trainers. If there's a price difference where for some reason English is higher than the Japanese, I think it's going to slingshot at some point. So I'm definitely keeping a close eye on those types of cards.
It could, yeah, it could, for sure. And speaking of Dream League, that's another card I bought. It hasn't arrived yet. I just bought it yesterday. I bought the Mimikyu CHR with Ace and Rolla on it.
Oh,
That
nice.
one was around 8,000 yen, and kind of the same like principle here as well. Like Dream League boxes are going for about 150,000 yen now in Japan, so they have like roughly doubled since last year. But this card only went up a little bit, and I think it's one of the best character rares from the set. It's a very nice looking card, and it just felt like a good price. So that's another one I picked up. Yeah,
You picked up the
it
box?
was already here, but no, the Mimikyu CHR with Acer
okay.
on it.
I said that
Box
150,000
I bought a
doesn't
year
sound
ago.
that bad.
Yeah.
Honestly, 150,000 for Dream League.
150?
That's what you said.
Yeah, it's pretty
it-
expensive.
I just thought it would be more expensive. I mean, given how like Sun and Moon boxes are in English, but
Is it this one, Nick?
That's the one.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
nice.
Yeah, Jordan sent me this. My Chinese plug sent me this like what 4 years ago, 5, whenever that came out. I think these are like sub $1 cards in Chinese. It's a Chinese one.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Sending it to get graded.
I looked up the Pokécune box. I tried to find. I don't know if it came in a booster box. I thought it did.
Yep.
But I can only
Yep.
find the collection box on eBay.
Yeah,
the
it had
premium
a
collection
booster
box,
box and
and
the collection box. Yeah.
the collection box has like 4 packs in it, and then some other like TCG stuff. It's selling. Well, somebody has one listed for $18,000 US dollars on eBay.
Yeah, it has a shade
And
promo, I
then
think.
the Shining Collection booster box is at 25,000. It's crazy.
It's unreal.
Yeah, I
those
wasn't
older
really
Japanese boxes.
when I was in Tokyo, I really didn't buy boxes that much just because I thought they were so expensive. I mean, you go to any store, I mean, and the places that I went to, they marked them up about 4x, 5x, and I wasn't really smart on what was the actual market price, and I didn't know how to really look it up at the time. So yeah, regretfully, I don't have a lot of like pre Sword and Shield era booster boxes or anything in Japanese. So
It's tough. Yeah, the Dream League box right now on eBay, $750 USD.
Oh,
How
that's
much is that in yen?
that's cheaper than Japan for sure.
Case
yeah,
fresh too.
it sounds pretty
Way
cheap.
cheaper. Yeah, it's 115,000 yen, so
I guess I'm buying on
35,000
eBay.
yen cheaper. Yeah.
Yeah,
Reverse arbitrage
Um,
plays, Nick.
dude.
Buy them on eBay and bring them back into Japan.
One card
Shout
that
out
like
to I don't want to name him, but I don't know if he's watching it. It's just we've chatted a couple times on Instagram. But when I went to Tokyo in early January, when I came back from Switzerland, I went to PDG, and this guy walks in with a suitcase full of Japanese Sun and Moon boxes, like Dream League Tag Bolt, Miracle Twin, Remix Belt, you name it. It just sold them all to PDG, like
damn.
a huge in-store sale to them. So people are doing it. It's from the States, so people are doing that arbitrage, which makes sense because Japan is paying a premium on those boxes right now. Yeah,
Because there's slim to none out there, especially on eBay
yeah.
for the Americans that are trying to find it. Dude,
Yeah,
you know one card that's like baffling me is this card right here, this Dorpichu. My friend pulled this and
Very
he just
cool.
came over to my house, ripped a Mega Dream box right in front of my face, pulled it, and then he's like, "All right, let's grade it." Dude, I literally don't understand why this card is so expensive. I've looked at it like it's been in front of my face for weeks, and I don't know why this card is so expensive.
Hype.
So silly.
Like I don't get it, but also I argue that if that card is like if Bubble Mew is popular, then I think that card would be popular. I just don't see the difference between the look of that card and a Bubble Mew.
Yeah, but this one has no like story. Bubble Mew at least has story, has other characters in it. Like this one's just it's a full art, like let's be real.
I was gonna say the only other thing is it's an American or Western TCG artist that was like a part of the game design, I think, right? James West or James somebody.
Turner?
Turner?
Yeah, James Turner.
Okay, yeah. But I don't know how many people care about the actual artist. I'm just saying that's the only other thing I could think of that might.
You saying like collectors are like maybe holding it up?
I don't know, maybe.
I doubt.
You want
It's
to
probably
hear a theory of mine?
Let's hear it.
I mean, Mega Dream has been printed like crazy. Like they're just not done with it. there's always Twitter notifications where you see other stores somewhere in Japan that have restocks and selling, 1 to 5 boxes per person. Pokemon Center announced another lottery. It's not live yet, but there'll be another lottery. So this set has been printed like absolutely crazy. I think the prices are held up in part due to the whole grading process right now. I think a lot of these cards were purchased to be graded. Maybe that's a good segue into the PSA changes, right?
Yeah.
But one thing I've noticed over the last couple of weeks is that whenever I went to the card store websites and looked at the modern to ultra modern sets, a lot of the SARs were just always sold out. And so I think a lot of people have been buying those cards to get them graded, and so I think a ton of them are being held up at PSA right now or at people's homes to be sent to PSA or whatever. So I'd be very patient picking these up. I think given a bit of time, a year or 2 years, we could see a lot of these come down a lot. But
For sure.
you never know. Yeah.
I said that multiple times this past week. I'm like, I wouldn't touch any of the ultra modern stuff like with a 10-foot pole. Like, open the packs when you can. Like, you guys obviously have the convenience of grabbing them at a Family Mart or 7-Eleven, but for the people here in the States that are trying to buy these $100+ Mega Dream boxes to pull one of these cards, I'm like, dude, just wait. They're gonna come down.
I would say it's pretty cheap too. The box on Sneaker Dog, it's like a $60 box, right?
About, yeah. 10,000
which is
yen-ish,
like,
right?
I know it's above MSRP, well above MSRP, but that's comparatively to the sets we've had in the last year or so. That doesn't seem that bad.
Bro, they're like $100.
And I think it'll go down cheaper probably, because like you said, they're gonna keep printing it. But it's nice to see a box like that, like a high class set. Because last Terrestrial Festival was never, I don't think it ever got to that point, right?
I think it was at like 9,000 for a bit.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, briefly.
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah.
Yeah, they're about $85 to $95 here in the States. So,
but yeah, we're gonna be waiting. It seems like a lot longer with PSA, right? They just raised their times and their prices.
I'm still in, boys. I ain't turning my back. I ain't going to tag.
I'm not gonna lie. I love those ARS and Gimmick slabs, man. I saw the image and it was exactly what I look for when it comes to slabs. Oh yeah. I mean, when I think of a card, I want my cards to be highlighted. I don't really care about the grade too much. I mean, that's mostly why most of my collection is in binders or in just raw. Because unless I am going for like a PSA 10 set of something, I really don't care. The preservation to me is important. The display of the card, and I looked up the UV protection. So they do have UV protection on those slabs that I looked up, specifically for Gimmicks. I didn't look up specifically ARS, but
I don't know if ARS does.
Yeah,
I need to look more into that too.
But that was one reason why I was like, okay, well, Gimmicks makes sense for me as far as like from a display stance. But yeah, I don't really care about the PSA point unless I'm trying to sell some cards. If I want to flip them, sure, PSA all day long, regardless of what they do for an upcharge, just because it's so what's the word, liquid compared to the other slabs and things.
I will say for Gemex, after I made that video, because while I was making the video, I briefly mentioned, I don't know if people caught it, that there was like this like, I don't know if you could see it on camera, this like scratch or on the case. You see it like at the bottom right here, or this, it's like a haze. It's like they were all like, there you go. They were all like that. And I tried to buff it out with like the plastic wax and I couldn't get it out. So that was kind of annoying. It looks like it's mostly on the back of all of them. And when you're displaying them, you don't really notice it. But when you get into it and you start looking at it, it looks like most of them have that. And maybe I just didn't do it like a good job trying to buff it out. But that was like a little bit annoying that that's there.
Isn't it the same that you get on PSA slabs sometimes? Like if you have them in sleeves and then like...
Yeah,
then you like...
Yeah. I mean, I've gotten slabs like that from PSA, straight from PSA that look like that. But you can, with PSA, you could, buff it out.
Yeah, I gotta try it again, but just a heads up to anybody thinking about submitting to Gemex. It doesn't bug me that much, but I know some people are like, oh man, I don't want to see that. But yeah, anyway. They're cool though. They're like a good option for people that can't submit to ARS.
How do you guys feel about the PSA stuff? Should we get into it?
Yeah, I mean, I talked to Shug, actually Brendan as well, about this a little bit. Like I said, like I'd still be submitting right now. The reason why I'm not sending anything anymore, I had 2 submissions out, one bulk and one value, like regular. What is it called, value?
Mm-hmm.
Still before the change, so that's nice. So we'll see how long it actually takes them. But the main reason why I'm not sending anything right now is because I'll be in Switzerland in the summer, and so like with the 120-day business day turnaround they have now for the bulk submissions, I'd be in Switzerland when they come back, so just can't submit anything at the moment. But to me, like the price increase, I get it. It's not that bad because I was willing to send out a submission at the value tier, which was 4,000 yen, which is now the price for the bulk tier. So I'm not too bothered by the price increase, but I do think the turnaround times are ridiculous. I mean, 120 business days is 5.5 to 6 months, depending on the public holidays. And there's a lot of public holidays in Japan, so call it 6 months. You can build a house in that time before your art rares come back or whatever you send, right? It's madness that it takes so long. But I think they needed to do the change because they're clearly getting flooded. Again, this sort of this kind of vibe I've been getting over the last few weeks, and seeing all the SARs always sold out on the card store websites. I'm sure they have so many submissions in right now.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about it?
Yeah.
I think
my take.
Go for it. Go for it.
Sorry. I would say like that has never been like that base price has never been my concern with them. Like the thing that I don't feel okay with is the way that they upcharge people. So like where the question that I have to ask is, especially like the question that PSA has to think about, especially if they're going to do an auto upcharge on a card, is just because something's expensive right now does not mean it's going to be the value that it is 6 months later or whenever you actually get that card back at that time, or vice versa. Maybe you submit a card thinking it was going to come out $30 or $40 or whatever, and then now it blows up to a certain price, and they could potentially price someone out of what they thought it was going to cost for them to get it back just because now the price is different. I think if the argument is that they're doing an upcharge for the insurance of the card, then we should have a choice. I think us as a customer who's buying a card should have that option to make the choice of what we want to pay for insurance on a card. And if we don't want to pay the insurance, then we don't want to pay the insurance. And then we just get the card back in whatever shipping, just like how we would for UPS or whatever. You just pay for the insurance you want, you get the card back. Or if it gets stolen, then you only get the difference of whatever the value is that you projected for that card. And I think that's totally fair. But at the end of the day, the price difference, going back to the initial question, I don't think that's going to change certain cards. Like the cards that we submit will change. I think people will look away from trying to submit junk cards to PSA and look more towards submitting cards that actually, like, they'll do a double check and say, all right, well, I was just sending it to send it. Now I'm not going to just send to send. I'm going to make sure that card is close to what I think it should be as far as 9 or 10 quality, and give a second look at those things. So I think that's where you really are going to see the change versus anything else.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's good for the market that they up the prices, because just like Brandon said, it's gonna. So I went on the PSA membership with 3 of my friends, and they were just gonna send in a whole lot of bullshit, thinking that just gonna take the risk. But now I have all their cards, and I'm like, dude, you guys need to double, triple check all of these cards. So I think it's gonna eliminate some of those junk slabs, like Brandon was saying, but. It doesn't really bother me. It's just business as usual with the $25 tier. It sucks that they increase the wait times, but it all varies from where you're at. So that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I was gonna say on the upcharges that Brandon mentioned, like you already pay for insurance when you submit, and it's calculated based on the total value of the submission. At least in PSA Japan, it is. So the upcharge insurance argument to me has always been like, well, I'm already paying for insurance over here, like, right? So yeah, I'm not a fan of the upcharges either. I don't like that it's a standard in grading companies or for many grading companies. Like ARS is the same. They have their tiers or max declared values, which are even lower than PSA. So it's like never been a fan of that for sure. But
I think I'm the opposite. I get excited when I get the email notification that says, "Hey, you owe more." I'm like, "Sweet, that means I hit something big." And I'm like, I get the reason why people don't like them, but to me, it's like, oh, good news. I'm gonna make more money on this card if I'm selling it. If I'm not, so if I'm a collector and I get that upcharge on a card that is a huge card, and I'm not planning on selling it. That's I think when it starts to get where I wouldn't like it. Because I'm like, I just want to collect this card and have it in my collection. I'm not trying to, be profitable on it. And I got a $1,000 upcharge, whatever, whatever the price is. That's kind of annoying.
Or when the upcharge is borderline, that as well.
Or when it's like just on the border, and then or if it's for a new card where the market value is so volatile and it's changing all the time, especially for these newer sets where you're getting the $300, $500 hits out the box, or $1,000 gold Charizard that is the price is plummeted on in half. It's like it's not really worth that because I don't know. There is some parts about it that I can see would be like not appealing to people and they could get frustrated with it, but I think this price increase is definitely needed. I shared my screen. I don't know if you can show, but PSA put a graph out when they said this, and just the disparity between how much is incoming. The black line is how many submissions they're getting per month, and then the red line is their output. So that like disparity between their output and input is just growing. And that's part of the reason why they need to raise these prices. I think a lot of people like casually submitting cards are going to be the ones that are not going to submit because of this. The businesses will be business as usual. And I think because of that, the IRs or the ARs or the lower end cards that the casuals would normally be submitting, they're not going to submit, but the businesses will continue to. And they're going to probably have like a little bit of a premium on those because they're not going to be as many on the market.
Yeah, it could affect sort of the bottom of the like PSA 10 prices, I guess. Like there's already like certain card stores with their buy list in Japan, they'll have like a bottom for bulk AR PSA 10s. Right? You just get 4,000 yen. That's it. Doesn't matter what Pokemon it is, they'll give you 4,000 yen for it. And with these changes, that could potentially go up. So it might make those slightly cheaper cards a bit more expensive. That could happen. I don't know.
Did you guys see a lot of people are talking on like Instagram that the PSA 9s could potentially start going up? How do you guys feel about that? Like maybe lower end cards start to see a little bit of a premium?
Modern
we just talked about that, Henry, on our thing, and I feel that PSA 8s, PSA 9s, I think those things are way undervalued. I think people aren't realizing that. I mean, it makes no sense if a card is cracked. I mean, you're talking about it being displayed as near mint. That's a PSA 7. So either we are pre-grading our own cards and the near mint prices of our cards, or they need to be relabeled as mint, or they need to be labeled, near mint plus or something like that. I don't think people are understanding when PSA says you have a PSA 9, that's a mint card, and I think people want the number. They don't necessarily want a high quality card or a higher quality card than what you would find listed technically. I think, that really they're paying at a premium for the number. And in that case, that goes back to my point of like, okay, well, if you're paying for the number, are you paying for the PSA label too? And I think we really are at the point where we're paying for the PSA. You're paying for the PSA label and you're paying for the number. But are you paying for that actual card? That's that's where I'm just like, I don't get it.
I think so. I don't know. Are you talking about PSA 9s like vintage or modern being undervalued, or both?
I think all PSA 9s as a label.
Okay.
If someone was out in the market, like for example, if I listed on eBay a mint card, am I gonna, I think what people would probably do is they would charge more for that card as just a basic listing than they would see for the other cards that are listed as near mint as a standard. But right now, you can get a PSA 9 card for less than you could a near mint card on the open market. Regardless of if it was graded recently or graded before, I think that doesn't make any sense. And so I
Right.
always see the PSA 9s as they should be higher than a near mint card in any time frame.
Yeah,
Facts.
I think
It's a 10
personally, I
premium,
think.
right?
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, yeah, I think it's crazy too. It's just like the difference is that people hope the near mint raw card they can grade it into a 10.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
you're
there's
paying for the 10 potential.
yeah.
It's nuts.
There's a post by.
Oh, my bad.
There's a post by Nat Turner on his Instagram, and he's traditionally like a sports guy, but he bought not a first edition, like a shadowless, maybe it was unlimited base set Charizard like a year ago, and it was in a PSA 9 slab, and he was saying he thinks that the 9s are undervalued in Pokemon. He's like, it's not like that in sports where you have such a disparity between the 9 and 10, and there's something way different about how people in Pokemon view 9s versus 10s. So he was saying like there's some value there in buying 9s in lower grades.
For sure.
I agree. I love 9s. I love 9s.
You should have put at your vendor. You should have put a near mint or PSA 10 qualifier sticker on all of your cards. They would have flew off the shelves, dude. People don't even check.
No, I couldn't do that. PSA 10 potential.
That's what, dude. You see that here in California, like all day. PSA 10.
I hate when
potential.
people put that on posts. Yeah, they're like possible PSA 10, and you're like, no shit. Like anything's that could get a 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pack Fresh could be freaking PSA 5 in
Yeah.
English.
The pack. I think people still list cards as Pack Fresh. I remember that was a big thing a couple years ago.
Yeah, I remember for a couple years ago. I haven't seen any lately, thank goodness.
Yeah.
You still see it in Switzerland sometimes.
Funny.
Yeah, I see someone put a contender in there, and then I've also seen like the bogus like pop 1 stuff that people say, like, oh, it's a pop 1, but it's like a useless card. It's like some raw that you bro. From some basic pack.
There'd be some common card like graded a 10 at the local card show, and it's like pop 3. It's like, yeah, because no one cares about this one card. You're not gonna sell me on with this added sticker.
Yeah, I was just real quick on PSA though. I think Henry, you'll have to tell me what it's like in the US, because one thing that's different in Japan that is actually quite nice is we don't have memberships over here. There's no PSA. It doesn't exist. So anyone can submit. There's no benefit. It just doesn't exist, the service. But I think a lot of people in the US were upset because the membership, because with them like removing the lowest tier completely, people are saying there's like no real benefit anymore from having the PSA membership. Is that true?
Yeah, because when you get the membership, you get to submit with that $17.99 bulk tier, and then now that they cut that off, you just have the membership, but it's all the same. But
so what's the benefit you get now with the membership?
I have no clue. I haven't. Yeah,
you get your promo card that you could sell to cover your membership. Probably. That's what I've been doing. I've been selling the One Piece promo, and I think they got two last year or 3. But yeah, I've been making money, or at least covering the membership cost.
I think they're gonna eventually drop the price, just like they did multiple times in the past. I think this is just a small change. Everyone was like, I mean, we talked about Brennan, like everyone was saying that they're gonna continue to raise the price. Like, oh, they still got 1 or 2 more price increases in their pocket. Like, I don't know, dude. I think they're already making hand over fist money, and that they just need some time to catch up. Once they catch up, it's gonna go back to because then like Nick said, right? There's not any reason to get the membership. Like I think it's like $200 like for the membership. I don't understand why you would pay that if you could just submit now with $25. Like, maybe you don't get the PSA offers. Maybe that's like what's one of the things, because when you can sell back the PSA through the app.
I said no. Surely they don't want to miss out on some good deals, PSA, right?
I thought it was only a app. That's what I think that's what Jake was telling me. It was only an app thing here, but maybe not. So. I don't know.
Yeah.
Does anybody know if that price difference is going to happen at GameStop as well?
Probably not.
Well, that would be crazy.
You can't touch the golden child, dude.
Yeah, if that's true, then if they don't raise the prices at GameStop, that's like, damn, they're just trying to push everybody through there, funnel everybody through GameStop.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch CNG's video about it?
Mm-mm.
He talked
Yeah, I didn't see
about this is quite interesting actually. The last time this happened, where they increased the price like that, was February 21, so exactly 5 years ago. And what actually ended up happening is not that they got less submissions, they got more submissions, and then had to shut down. So that's a potential future scenario as well. That this is like panicking people now. It's like, oh, I gotta get myself sent out to PSA. And then 30th anniversary, more gradable cards, who knows what, right? I
Oh
mean,
man.
Did
I
you guys
hope
watch?
that does not happen again. Like,
Did you guys watch that interview? That one let's. Do you know which interview I'm talking about? It was like maybe a week
I
ago.
heard you talk about it on your channel. I
Boston
didn't watch it, but I heard you
Card
talk about it.
Yeah,
No, I
where
haven't
he's
seen.
dude, he like literally lied like back to back questions. Like they would ask him a question, he would lie about it and then answer the same question. Like he was just getting himself just caught like chasing his tail the entire interview. But there he was like saying he's like, well, does PSA like predict like a like a really popular set would come out, so maybe that's why you guys are increasing the price? He's like, no, we have no date on that, we're just business as usual. And then he's like maybe 2 questions in, they ask him about the 30th anniversary. He's like, yeah, we're expecting a lot of volume there. It's like, you literally just said that you guys aren't predicting for that, and that it's just, so it's a very interesting watch. I would love for you guys all to watch that video to respond to that, because you guys have been in this game like way longer than I have. So
well, they see trends, right? They see how much gets sent in, and if that increases over time, I'm sure they must think about what's happening this year. What sets are coming out, or they have to factor that in somehow. Again, like, I don't know, maybe this price increase is not enough to stop the flow. And can you imagine if they shut down again?
there's
That'd be
no
crazy.
way. There's no way.
Mm.
Remember, like we were having
no way.
submission. I stopped submitting. I was one of the people that stopped because people were submitting, or even when they had a year projected out date, like I think it was like a year turnaround time or something. And then like Rusty TCA Gaming, his cards were like lost for 2 years or something ridiculous. He's like, I have like an 80 card submission. I have no idea where it is.
That was around
That
the
was,
pandemic,
that was a wild
right?
time.
That was around the pandemic,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Because I remember,
In the middle.
I remember my friend. He had 100. This is like when I just got back in. He's like, dude, PSA is like this over a year long wait. I'm like, what the hell, dude? To me, it's like
Yeah.
I don't mind the wait because it's like a happy surprise for me. Besides the bill, but I know people will want to turn and burn a lot of these cards like fast. But I think the whole like waiting period is good because like we're eventually going to get to a point. I mean, you see tag saying they're going to put these like machines in these like malls, and they're going to, you're going to be able to grade your card right there. And it's just going to be when I think like that, it's just going to be a quick turn and burn, and that's going to destroy the grading market. Like
Junk
what
slab
stops?
era.
Yeah, that like what stops someone from going in, buying all these, SIRs, SARs, and then just flipping them the same day? Like it just will destroy the market. So I think like a little bit of patience is good for a lot of people, and it's also good for a lot of businesses. But that's just how I feel.
Can you imagine like buying a raw card in a card store, turning around, going to the graded machine in the card store, grading it, and selling it back to the card
Trash.
store?
Trash, bro.
Yeah, dude, open it from a pack. Like the new set comes out, you go there, you get your packs, you open it, you get the hit, you put it in a graded, you get it like all done in the same day. That's wild.
And then you sell it right back to the store.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Silly.
I just looked at GameStop's website. They raised their price too. It's $24.99 for their. So I think it was $21.99 previously, but they're also
go.
raised their price. Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't raise it even more. They could argue the accessibility of being able to have your card submitted through a GameStop means they could do all the work for you. So I would imagine that they would have cranked it up $10 even more. So to me, that's not that bad.
Yeah, but I don't trust games. The GameStops here, bro, they're crusty. They're super crusty. So I don't trust anybody with my cards. So I'd much rather just ship them out myself and pay for the membership.
Yeah, I do remember, it used to take over a year to grade cards. And I remember, when the submissions, all these tiers that we have now, they didn't exist a couple years ago. In the COVID era, it was horrible to grade. So I never even considered grading in PSA until like last year or something. And now that I submitted cards in like either October or November. And honestly, like I forgot like what cards I put through. I put hundreds of cards through and submitted them. And now I'm just like, I know I'm gonna get something in April, but I don't even remember what I sent and why why I sent them. So it's just kind of
Is,
it'll be a surprise for sure.
Is this PSA stuff? Is this a top signal for the market? Do you guys do we have like top signals for the Pokemon market? Is this one of them?
I think PSA is so far away from the rest of the crew. There's nothing that could happen with PSA that could change it. And even if you argue like there's some scandal that's going on, it can't be as bad as that CGC scandal with the was it beta test or the what were they called?
Prototype
like,
play test cards. Yeah.
Prototype cards. Yeah. So I can't see there being anything bad.
Yes.
Oh, hey, you got the recent release card. What's it called?
Influencer's introduction.
like
Sorry, I wasn't trying to cut you off. I was just showing.
Yeah, that's Hikakin, I think.
Yeah. I watched his Pokepark video where he went to Pokepark Kanto. He did like a 40-minute video touring it. It was pretty funny.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Brandon?
Sorry, squirrel brain. I know we were talking about PSA stuff, but I drew a blank. Somebody
cards are getting back. Nothing can touch PSA essentially.
Yeah, nothing can touch PSA.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like let's be real. Like there's no challenge, and I mean, even the parent company bought out CGC, so that's not going to be a competition there. And you know, with given the whole scandal that CGC just went through, I mean, PSA would need something absolutely catastrophic, and we've already seen the whole upgrading and selling and flipping or whatever scandal, and that didn't hold a candle to the situation. It's funny because PSA probably was
more now.
That. Yeah, exactly. PSA was probably like, oh, finally we get a break due to that. And no, it's just been turned up. I mean, the entire market is reflected by that as well. Like we're getting there's more people interested in the cards. There's a situation where the population reports don't matter anymore. Like, and that's what I've never like. Normally that would scare me, but now it doesn't really scare me. It just kind of motivates me to focus on what matters to me the most instead of focusing on like what I would normally do is like, okay, was it pop 5, pop 6 or something like that? So looking at popularity as well.
I think I've seen a recent shift in that though. At least in Japan, is that a lot of people have been moving on to lower pop stuff, older stuff that is not as available. And I think I saw a post the other day of the Burger Chew PSA 10. I think it's like 220,000 now, maybe something like that, which is outrageous, obviously, right? And a lot of older Japanese cards have gotten very, very expensive recently. That's a cool card.
That's so sick.
Yeah, and so I think you have more.
There's
more
like so much
looking
new
at the lower pop. Yeah. Stuff.
There's so much nuance in pop reports, like you said. Like certain cards, it does matter for sure. And especially with how big these pop reports are, like you said, like the big Burger Chew and other modern cards, people are realizing that these cards they're not hard to find, they're not rare, they're not scarce. They want that like uniqueness to their collection. They don't want something that everybody else has in their collection. So they're looking for those lower pop things, or things that are harder to obtain, maybe. But I think that there are some nuances to where the pops don't matter with certain cards, and more so maybe with like how often a card gem rates is like probably how the pops are used more than anything now, for like modern cards.
At the end of the day, it's always just supply and demand. So you know the Van Gogh Pika is a good example. Yeah, 46,000 PSA 10s, but that card is just such incredible demand that it still works out for that card being as expensive as it is. It's still supply and demand. That doesn't change.
Even the 9s are like at like 800 or 900, I think.
Crazy.
God.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get rid of all these damn English cards. I wanted to grade them and then just get them out of my face forever.
You got any black label contenders?
I don't know. I don't know what team I'm on. If I'm on Team Sugar, Team Johto Jake.
Oh man.
We'll make a poly market bet.
Have you guys seen this card in Japanese?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
The Pikachu. So one thing about this Pikachu, so Crown Zenith English or V-Star Universe in Japanese, but the V-Star Universe version of this card only came out in a God Pack. Like the only way to get the card was through V-Star Universe God Pack. I had a couple on the way. But what brought that to my attention was I was watching Heart Attack's video. He was talking about how hard it was to pull in the Japanese version. There's that Pikachu in that deck, the Star Deck 100 packs.
Yeah.
And there's a couple points of why it focused my attention on that card in particular, because that card is only in a God pack from V-Star Universe, which was, I think it's like 1 in 20 boxes or something like that to get a God pack. And then even if you get a God pack, you're not guaranteed that particular God pack. But if you look up like the price comparison of where that Pikachu is from that start deck and the price of that God pack Pikachu card, it doesn't make any sense as well. And you're talking about population report, when you're talking about rarity and scarcity and things. I think that means there's probably some room to grow for that V-Star Universe Pikachu card.
That's a great card. I just
My son actually pulled it.
It's number 205 in the set, right?
Wow.
Which is 15,890 PSA 10s, which is a lot.
God.
But the Inferno X Charizard already has over 20,000. So, relatively speaking, it's definitely not low pop, but for how much V-Star Universe was printed, it's not that bad. And I just saw it the other day listed in an ARS 10 for the raw price, essentially. I was like, oh damn, that's pretty neat. And I do think that card has room to grow, definitely. V-Star Universe, the box has gone up a little bit recently. I think it's at around maybe 20,000 yen ish right now in Japan, roughly.
That's expensive.
That's on par, 150 US. That's on par.
160, yeah, 160 US.
Yeah, that's a great card. Any other underrated cards, guys? I got a few.
Underrated cards? Oh yeah, I got you. Bam. These Sun and Moon.
Oh, yes.
Korean or Chinese?
Chinese. Yeah.
Piplup.
That's cool. Piplup's been like making some moves in the market. I feel like there's been a lot of
That's my dog.
movement with Piplup.
I love the cute cards.
I just bought those, I think it's Sun and Moon or Sword and Shield promos. There's a Piplup one, and it was like $1 for a sealed one back in the day. I bought it maybe 30 or 40.
Yeah.
I bought like 30 or 40 of them. Now they're like $5 each, I think.
Dude, these
on the
were
Japanese market.
These were 1 cent. 1 cent.
Damn.
Cards. 1
That's
cent.
crazy.
Not 10 cents, not $1. 1 cent cards.
Buy them all.
Yeah, not anymore. Not anymore.
Oh, okay.
And they're all PSA. They're like all PSA 10s. Like they're all
nice.
perfect. They're all like come.
So there's got to be profit there. You said you were going to grade, right?
Yeah.
Chinese and Korean. Like there's got to be profit there. If you just have to pay the grading fee pretty much plus a penny, like you could probably sell it for 5 over, 10 over.
Yeah, I have no idea what they're at right now. I'm sure in a 10 they go for some bread. But yeah, from 1 cent is crazy, bro.
Yeah, I think the Japanese Dream League version raw on the card store websites is like 13,000 yen right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know that this is probably still higher than most people's choice. But what I have right here is the World Championship promo that came from a deck box. It was 2023, I want to say. Yep, World Championships 2023 Yokohama deck box Pikachu promo. If you're looking at any of the other Festa promos, or if you're looking at any of the other cards, like this is a very reasonable price for this thing. Although I would say that, the box originally came out at $15. You could argue like, well, if you get the Van Gogh Pikachu is technically free. So it's not really about that. To me, it's about like, if you look at what's going on in the card, it's like very cool. Yeah, it's got Miraidon and Koraidon in there, but I think it's a very beautiful card, especially if you look at it up close. Once again, an exclusive stamped card, limited to just Yokohama. I think the deck box was only printed about like a month or 2 months or something like that. So although there might be a lot of cards graded, that's about it. So it's not, I don't think it's going to come out on anything else anymore.
I love that card.
It's got the history, it's got the texture, it's got the stamp. It's a very good card, and I do think that compared to a lot of other Pikachu cards, it is very well priced. My thing with that card was always like, a lot of people were talking about how rare it is, like you had to go to the World Championships, but there were actually 2 Pokemon Center lotteries as well. Very difficult to win, but I always said like, oh, it's not a rare card. But now in this market, compared to other prices I'm seeing, I think it's actually a really good pickup.
I'm salty because I'm salty because I've entered that lottery. I think there was, like you said, 2 lotteries, and I really wanted that card so bad. And that was a time where we were hitting nothing for the lotteries. It's kind of like reflective of where we are now. I think there was a whole year where I entered lotteries and I won like 1 or 2 items maybe. And that was one of them I just really wanted and I never got.
You missed it with your 15 entries?
No, okay. So back then I had 2 accounts. I had my wife's account and my account. And one of the reasons I had my wife's family make accounts was because I couldn't get anything. That whole year I was like, this is bullshit. I'm making more accounts.
Yeah, and
I'm gonna end up in jail like that Vietnamese dude.
I was about to say we need to be careful about what we're saying on this here because that I saw that Vietnamese guy get busted for having like freaking 500 or whatever SIM cards and whatnot. I mean, I know you're in a totally different situation.
I'm gonna get locked up.
I mean, I'll say it. Like I'm very open with my opinion and how I feel about multiple accounts.
Yeah.
But what Shug is doing isn't doing anything wrong technically, right? Everyone can make an account. Like
his dog
if
too.
your friend wants to make an account and give you the product, then you can do that. There's nothing.
But
wrong with that,
Nick, he has an account for his pets. I mean, that's
No,
a little.
That would get him into jail territory now.
All right, we're gonna have to clip that one.
Okay. I have some underrated pickups. These are not Pokemon, but
Lola Bunny, baby, let's go.
No, these are not Lola Bunny cards. I'm not gonna. So these are from the I don't know. Have I showed you guys these?
No.
So these are Dragon Ball Super Divers. It's an arcade game here in Japan where you play with the cards, and these are the sample cards. So these are the ones that are on display above the game, so you could see what the rare hits are. And you could buy the sample hits from Mercari. You can get them. It says not for sale, but somebody's getting them and selling them on there. And they're pretty cheap. They're like $8 a piece maybe. But I just like them because they say sample, honestly. I'm like, that's cool. The backs aren't like the backs of the game cards, but I think those are cool. If just as a collector piece, not like underrated in terms of like value and making money, but if you like Dragon Ball, those are some cool things, I think.
I love Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, man. I got a couple Dragon Ball Z cards that I have from I think it's called Fusion World, and a couple rares of that, and then I have some like really like the OG Dragon Ball Z card game. I have a couple cards from there. I'll show you probably offline, or I'll put it in a Discord so we're not bogging up the Pokemon events and showing stuff around. But I also share. I'm a huge Jumbo collector. I don't know if there's Jumbo folks out there. Here's another like Mewtwo Strikes Back promo, Korokoro. Really awesome card with I love the Pikachu in the background here where it's just like, oh my god,
sick.
Yeah, so there's a Pikachu right there. You got the Mew in the front. Mewtwo is just ready to kill. It's awesome.
That's such a good one. In my older videos, I had my backdrop was like a bunch of these Korokoro Jumbos, and like my desk was pretty small, so it was all like I had to set it up every time I recorded a video, and those things dropped to the ground so many times they are completely wrecked now.
Oh,
but it's fine. It doesn't matter. Like you still have them. It's cool. Some really good ones.
Even if the cards are beat up, like they look beautiful in a slab. And they're really easy to display if you put these things in a slab. This is not a slab, but I have 2 other Charizards in grading right now. That's why I only have the ones that are not graded. But this is another card, Japanese Korokoro exclusive. Charizard, the owner, like one of the guys in the shop I was at, he didn't even know how much it was worth, so he just sold it to me for like 500 yen. So
damn,
nice.
That's a good deal. You guys want to see some Mega Chews underrated?
Let's see it.
Oh my god,
that's rage bait.
Get it off the screen.
Dude, stop.
My eyes.
Get that off the screen. Get that off the screen.
Here.
Oh my god, that looks like somebody sneezed.
Nick's
I had
having
to
me
bring
put
him
away.
out with Henry on the live. I had to do it.
I was getting rid of these, and Nick's been having me. He's like, "No, keep those." He's like, "Put them aside for me." So I've been finding all my Ultra Beasts.
Shout out to Heart Attack. He loves those. He loves those Ultra Beasts.
I'll say I've never been an Ultra Beast fan. I'm still not a big Ultra Beast fan. Whenever markets go crazy, I tend to do silly things like this. It's just like kind of fun little side projects. I do think like the texture on these, they do look really nice. I think a couple of them are actually kind of cool Pokemon. unlike Henry, but yeah, I think it's a fun little side project.
Look, I think Guzzlord is pretty cool. I think like it kind of looks like the Gengar VMAX mouth. Like I kind of like that one. That one's cool.
I'm telling you, the texture on this goes hard.
Yeah. But the other one, the Larry the Lobster, Pokemon, and then the Stapler Pokemon, those Pokemon are terrible.
The color on that looks sick too. I like that background
it's a
color.
good color palette. Yeah.
Here, I forgot to show this to Henry.
Oh, dude, I still need that card.
I forgot to pick this up the other day. It's definitely going. I think it's 10 worthy.
Yeah.
Nice.
So while you have that card on there, I'll say like honestly, it's flipped. I don't know if you noticed, but the price difference of that card in Japanese and the price of it in English is actually more expensive in English.
Oh, no way.
Makes no sense. Yeah.
That's weird.
That's another reason I had to pick that one up too. So I have it as well.
Nice.
Oh, and Shug, this is for you, man. I had to you got the low punny, so here's my Jigglypuff collection here.
Hey, nice. I got the top sun. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Let me give you the full.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
I love Jigglypuff.
Nice.
That's my dude.
That's a good Pokemon to collect.
Hella good Pokemon. Screamtail's better though.
Screamtail?
I agree to disagree.
Screamtail's like it's like Mega Jigglypuff.
I do think it looks like a Mega Jigglypuff.
We need baby megas. Like they just it'd be pretty sick. Or like mid-stage megas. It'd be pretty cool.
What is Nick in now?
I'm just looking through like my recent pickups. There's one project I'm not gonna reveal yet until it's finished. I can't do it.
Oh
sorry.
man.
It's nothing crazy. No Ultra Beasts, I promise. I mean, we were speaking about value earlier, right? Like finding value and like good deals and just kind of stuff that makes more sense to you as a collector. This is something Shug already knows about. It hasn't arrived yet, unfortunately, but I guess I can share the screen. Something I bought the other day on Medicuddy. So this is the actual purchase page.
Oh, okay.
I bought the Venusaur Celebi Ult from, again, Tag Bolt for 35,000 yen, which is roughly the raw price plus the grading fee for an ARS 10 with the certificate, which is, cute and all, but the PSA 10s on eBay are selling for like 50 to 60,000. So to me, it's just like, it's an ARS 10, not a 10 plus, but with how strict ARS is, it's just a good deal, It's just a good deal for the collection. So if you're not so, caught up with all the, liquidity and sell-through rate and like max value as like a reseller or whatever, then you can find like really good deals for like collection pieces like that in my opinion.
Yeah. I was picking those up at like 5,000 yen a piece every time I saw them because it's a gorgeous card. It really is.
And again, Tag Bolt. What is Tag Bolt selling for now? Like, I'll look it up. But yeah,
dude, I was picking up that card for like $5, like back in the day. I have a few of those in Chinese.
Okay, I was like, what?
Like what? Where are you shopping, dude?
No, when I was on my spree of just annihilating the entire Chinese market, I bought so many of those Venusaur tag team.
I would have loved to be part of that, man. Like that's just like beautiful cards for such a low price is crazy.
No one cared about Chinese like at all. It was garbage to everybody. So
I remember, you'd always talk about him.
Love that Rayquaza, bro. I'm about to get on my Rayquaza.
I missed out on that.
Yeah, the Skytree promo.
Yeah,
I got it in a 10 as well. And then this is another Pokemon Center promo. Shout out to Nick. I think you had it on one of your videos before.
That's a good card. I like it. There's a mega version of that as well, Pokemon Center stamp that I don't have that one, unfortunately.
These Rays too. I've been picking up Rays because the new set coming out in summertime. I'm waiting because they're going up already, but I think they're going to go up a little bit more.
I've been buying
they just announced the box.
These GXs whenever I find them in Chinese for like $1.
Oh yeah, that's
that's awesome.
Super Burst Impact in Japanese, maybe. That's a nice
Is
card.
there a Rockets Lugia in Chinese? Do they
I don't
have that?
know. Let me check.
Because that's one card I sold, and I'm like, man, I kind of want it back.
There's a few cards as well that I sold that I'm like, that I should have kept that.
Back to the ARS slab you'd bought. You said you bought it like more for a collection piece, and it's good value because it's like 50,000 yen, like on eBay it sells for. But if you ever
10,
did
yeah,
decide to
10.
sell it, I've been selling ARS slabs on eBay for maybe $20 to $30 over the PSA 10 prices because there's such a niche group of ARS collectors in the West that can't get cards. Or it's more
Damn.
difficult to sub, so they'll pay that extra premium because there's not a lot of people listing ARS slabs on eBay, so they don't have, and because of the 20 card limit, there's not a lot of different cards graded in ARS slabs, so you could go into different niche like areas of the hobby and grade some cards, and that'll maybe be the only listing on eBay. It'll be super low pop, and the ARS collectors are looking for cards. I had a guy message me on eBay. He's like, I need a vending series pincer. He's like, do you got a vending series pincer and an ARS slab? And I'm like, no, but I'll try to look for one, I guess. But yeah.
That is very cool though. That's so specific. That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Heart Attack was saying in the Discord. He was like the same thing with Tag. He was like the Tag's so niche that anything sells on their Tag Facebook. He's like, it's so liquid, and I'm like, I don't know.
I'm a part of that Facebook group. They love Tag, and it's there's just like there's so much of PSA everywhere. People can go to anywhere and get the what they want in a PSA slab, but those smaller companies that have these really niche hard collectors for that company, they'll pay what they need to get that card in that slab.
I wonder though, like with what you're talking about, like a ARS 10 premium. I wonder if that works for like cards in conditions that are or I guess modern cards in 10s or older cards in like lower conditions that just don't have a lot of other PSA comps. I wonder if like a card in that price range that sells frequently in a PSA 10, I wonder if you'd still have people like willing to pay more for the ARS 10. Or is it just like due to the fact that like you're selling an ARS 10 that like even in a PSA 10 people are really finding or
No, I'm talking about like modern ARs, like the Ethan's Typhlosion and ARS 10, the Vulpix from was it Inferno X or Mega Brave, the Fireplace Vulpix. I both like modern ARs that are well available in PSA 10. I'm putting up on eBay in ARS 10s, and they're selling for like $20 to $30 over the PSA 10 comp.
That's crazy. That's a play, dude. That's a play.
Yeah. And people are like, they try to come back with a message and be like counter offer, like, hey, the PSA 10 selling for this. And I was like, well, I'm not selling a PSA 10. I'm selling an ARS 10. Like, you're welcome to shop anywhere else, but you're not going to find it.
Exactly.
And then they buy it.
But yeah, I found it. There is Tac Bolt. 3 sales within a day, 275-ish thousand yen.
It's like 2.2K or something like that.
2.2K. Let's see what it is on eBay.
So again, it's like, then you have an Alt Art. It's a beautiful card, very hard to pull in mint condition for like 15,000-20,000 yen cheaper than a PSA 10. It's just like, as a collector, you're feasting with that kind of stuff. But obviously, if you're concerned with liquidity and sell-through rate and max value per card or whatever, then like maybe not the best purchase, but to me, it's a no-brainer.
How much did you say it was,
It's going to look so much better in person in that
roughly 2.2, 2,200.
So you're saving almost $700-800 if you buy it here in the States.
That's crazy.
Yeah. On eBay right now. I'm checking last sold right now. 1.6, 1.6, 1.5, 1.5.
Since we have a lot of folks that this is probably the right crew, since everyone here, is all into Japan. I think it'd be cool to give some folks some tips if they're trying to travel out to Japan. I think this hits the nail right on the head when it comes to like prices are just different out there in Japan. So for some people, one tip I wanted to throw out if people are thinking about going to Japan is be careful of the foreign transaction fees. and like conversion rates. So if you have an opportunity to get an understanding of what your bank converts to yen with, sorry, I saw that comment threw me off, but
Yeah, same.
I saw that.
We're gonna ignore that for now.
oh God. So like the main thing I'm trying to share is it would actually be, even if it was dollar for dollar, if you could come to Japan and get something for the same price in US dollars, you might end up running into an issue where you end up paying a whole bunch of foreign transaction fees, conversion fees on top of that. And then of course, transportation to get to those things that you're looking for. So it's important to like have your yen ready to go, and have cash ready to go as well, because a lot of times when you go to a store, they'll ask you, hey, do you want to purchase this in US dollars or do you want to purchase this in yen? And if you pick US dollars, they're going to do an upcharge of maybe 14, 15% off the top of your like your price. And you don't necessarily see that. So you just have to be careful when you're shopping out there. And if you guys have any other questions, yeah, feel free to throw them in the comments. And I'm sure we have enough people here to chime in on those.
Yeah, get the Capital One Venture X credit card. They knock all those travel fees right off. So if you guys
That's good.
have that available, and yeah, that's the card I've been using forever.
You do have an advantage in certain stores that do tax free, so that's good.
Yeah.
Keep in mind though, that's about to get a whole lot more complicated. I think later this year. Right now, you just get 10% off in a tax-free store in the store, whereas in the future, you'll have to pay full price, and then at the airport, you can show your receipts and your items, and then you get the tax refund at the airport. So keep that in mind if you're traveling to Japan later in the year. That might affect you. I don't know exactly how that's going to work with, Pokemon cards could get complicated because you don't always have the price sticker maybe on the card still, or on the booster box, and then the receipt might not list exactly what it is that you bought. It will just say like Pokemon card 1,000 yen, or so that could potentially get a bit complicated.
Yeah,
With the
that
officials, but that's just something to keep in mind. Yeah.
that would be, if that ends up happening, that is an automatic trap or a red flag on my end, because what that means is that if you have high value assets and if it reaches that mark where you're going to be subject to tariffs, I worry about that. Like just how much are your values going to end up being, and then also getting held up with security or getting held up at customs because of whatever that value is. I guess you could argue that those things are personal items, but at a certain point, if you're coming back, and I imagine that anybody going to Japan would want to stock up on whatever they're getting, and it may look to security like, hey, you're doing something shady. The last thing I want is security people to be like, let me open that up real quick and let me see what's in that box.
Yeah, you seen those videos?
That scares the hell out of me. Seriously.
Those videos, the shorts been going viral right now of like right at the airport, they'll actually open those boxes. And
Oh, yeah.
That's
dude,
crazy.
my heart just dropped. I would cry. I don't cry ever, but I would cry.
That's why when I tell you guys that I don't collect boxes too much, that is the exact fear that I have of someone being like, oh well, I'm hand carrying my high end boxes. For example, I had Evolving Skies booster boxes. There's no way. I mean, even if they were like, even if I had to, if they were EV heroes and I just was like, man, I'll just eat the 15% just to not have to open that thing up, or not to just expose that I have it or something.
For
I
sure.
think that's risky as hell.
Yeah.
What's the price to ship it over? Would you recommend doing that instead of trying to get it through the airport yourself, or?
Well, the rough part about that is when you ship, you're still going to have to do the customs declaration form. And depending on what that price thing is, you still get hit with that tariff, or, some type of, and you get the shipping, of course. And then everything is based on weight, and depending on, what your shipping company arrangements are, it's definitely going to be different than my situation or Tyler's situation, since we're military. So we have opportunities to use the tax-free shipments due to us being military, but others, not the same.
Yeah, thank God for Tyler, man. The boy's my plug, my Japanese plug.
Yeah, I don't recommend under declaring, which is not a good idea in general. I think customs, they're not idiots. if they see a package of a certain size or whatever, they do the X-rays to see what's in there. If they think it's too cheap, then they're definitely opening it up, and then you're way more at risk of them going through the boxes or whatever. Just declare. But that, of course, then you have to pay those customs import fees, duties, whatever, right? So, just play by the rules, people. It's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, I see that chat. This
Yeah. I'm getting it from all angles.
pretty funny. I wanted to hear, Brendan, since you're on, I wanted to hear your opinion on this card. Since you're like you like the Festas, the Pikachu and Friends. I was curious what you felt about this card, because it's not like a typical Pikachu Festa, but it's got the same vibes.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've seen so many of this card. I can't tell you how many freaking times I've ran through so many stores and seen this card. The only thing I saw on that card was the Hoopa. I didn't see anything else in the background. I just walked right past it for years.
Yeah.
And like I stared at it a little bit harder and it's like, wait, by the time it was time for me to leave Japan, that's when I was like, there's a freaking Mega Rayquaza in here.
Crazy.
And then I was like, oh gosh, because I could have had like 50 copies of that thing at like $10 a pop, $5 a pop. I mean, that card was everywhere. Like that thing,
fire. So fire.
It's still out there. The Mega Ray, there's a Lugia, there's a Pikachu, there's a Latios or Latios Mega. Yeah. That card that's a good underrated pick, right? In my opinion, because I think it's still cheap. There's a lot of them, but it
is a lot more expensive than it used to be.
Yeah.
Like a lot more, like 10x compared to a year and a half ago.
Well, for what it is, I think it
compared to the Festas, right?
Yeah.
It's not the same, clearly, but
Bro,
it's also the difficulty, like, of grading it. Like, these sealed are always damaged because of the token. So maybe
I always walked past it because I didn't look hard enough at it because I was like, I don't care about Hoopa, skip.
I'm about to buy one right now.
Took my time on it, and I regret it. Like I think it's a fantastic card, great choice to show because a lot of people don't know that card exists. Hoopa promo, as you mentioned, all the characters on the card. That's just the I think it's like the cookie cut winner card. Like if you want to pick a card that's going to be a winner, you talk about like the and Henry might start getting sparked on this one, but the Groudon and the Kyogre EX, I think it's the EX card with all the like monsters and stuff around the trainers and stuff, or Team Aqua. And Magma.
Yeah, Team Aqua, Team Magma. Love that card.
I think that those cards are fantastic. And then you have the XY promo cards where you have the Charizard, the Pikachu, et cetera, and then all the freaking cards surrounding them. Just absolute gold.
Dude, you can buy that card right now, the Hoopa card, in a 9 for $290 right now.
9s are again, this has a premium because it's so difficult to get a 10. But also, if you're okay with those little indents on the back, just buy a raw copy for like $20-$30.
Yeah.
Like it looks amazing in the binder.
There's even some cleaner copies without dents, like on Mercari, that are around $30.
Yeah, I need to pick that up ASAP.
I'd be careful of those, Chuck. I don't know if I trust those pictures. If they don't have dents, they should be more expensive than $20-$30.
I'll probably buy more. I'll let you know. I'll report back. Because I'm gonna buy. I think I'm gonna buy like 10 of them next month and then see how they look. But they look clean on the pics.
That's another good binder card.
There you go.
If you don't want to pay the 10 premium.
Yeah, it's hard with
Umbreon, Lugia.
Yeah. And this goes back to what my point is. Like a lot of people, when they're searching for cards, they'll search it by the name, but what they really want are sometimes the cameos look better than the actual cards. So if you think about like this is the Morty's Conviction card, but the Gengar here actually looks pretty sick. Yeah, it's just
that's a Gengar card to me.
Yeah,
chunky boy right there.
I think right now, if you were to get it in Japanese, I think it's around $40, and then I think in English it's around 55, 60. But that doesn't make any sense to me, especially like when you think about all these half art in Gengars going for freaking like $80, $100. It doesn't make any sense to me. But to me, like that is one of the top in English. Is probably one of the top ones out, except for that Mega Gengar. Definitely slept on.
Yeah, sort of just general value proposition wise, if we're not talking about investing or speculating, just something to pick up that's cool. if you get an SAR for the price of a box or less, like that's just a good value. You're not going to pull that if you open a box. Very unlikely. So if you get it for the price of a box or even less, sometimes that's just an easy pickup, in my opinion. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
Yeah. You know, ARS 3 to 4 Hoopas coming in.
Yeah.
Shug is already cooking up mini curry right now.
Yeah, they're like $30 on eBay. The Hoopa card.
Dude, that card is gonna look sick in ARS though. In an ARS slab, that would look crazy in an ARS.
Yeah.
Slab.
Yeah, it'll look good.
We gotta gatekeep these cards, guys. You gotta edit this out before it goes on YouTube.
Yeah,
there's a
I
lot
love
of them
how
out
much
there.
Henry has been talking about gatekeeping recently on his videos and live streams.
Yeah, it's his new favorite.
It's my new favorite word.
Yeah.
I do think that there are gatekeepers out there. What I found very interesting was just how much PokeRev's impact was when he said specifically the Umbreon V alt. He was talking about how hard it was to pull and in you know how awesome the art was. The funny thing was, like, as soon as the set came out, like, I never thought that the Umbreon VMAX was a nice card. Like, I never was thinking about the Umbreon as like the top card. Well, even the Ray VMAX I thought was
super trash.
But I was always staring at that regular V because I'm just like, oh, he's ready to fight. Like, he's got his people ready to go. He's rallying them in, you know, midnight.
Yeah, that's a good card.
We're about to go. And that one's my favorite card from Evolving Skies. I'll pull it up.
Yeah, I thought the same thing, Brandon. I thought that that Umbreon V, where he's like rallying up the pincers and stuff, I thought that card was going to be the top chase. But yeah,
I got a bit of a bone to pick with Henry here. I
let's do
can't
it.
take the Blue Sky Stream booster box artwork slander and the VMAX slander.
Bro.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll cook that up in ChatGPT in like 5 seconds, bro. Let me just.
Dude, the background is so cool. It looks like one of these Chinese. There's some regions in China
Like
with these
forest,
type of
yeah.
mountains. It looks sick. I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks
I
like
don't
something like that or something from the Avatar movies. Or I like the Rayquaza.
those areas in China inspired the Avatar movies, is what
Yeah.
I've heard. Like, so I love that. But yeah, no, I get it. The booster box, a little.
I was grilling Ern on that video too when he was boosting up Blue Sky Stream. I was like, dude, that booster box art is trash.
It is crazy though. Someone mentioned earlier about where was it? I don't know if I can find the comment still. There's a lot of eggplants in chat. So there it is. I'm surprised that EV Heroes is still that low. I thought it would be like 700. It might be 700. In Japan.
Is it not 700?
It might be more than 700.
I think it just recently went up to 7.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
but like the you know, when Ern talked about Blue Sky Stream, he's right. Like, it's just so much less available than EV Heroes. It's crazy,
For sure.
the difference. That big EV Heroes reprint a year after release, it was a Pokemon Center lottery, and maybe stores got restocked too, not sure anymore, but like that reprint made a massive difference in terms of what's out there sealed, because that reprint came in 22, so a year after release. And in terms of Japanese collectors out in the world, what happened between 21 and 22 is such a huge change, to where people didn't really hoard sealed, to where people started hoarding sealed a lot. That's why you have such a big difference in like the booster box availability of those two sets, and like it's not even close. Like, Blue Sky Stream is so scarce in comparison. It's crazy.
You know what's crazy? This box right here, this Chinese box of EV Heroes, or 9 Colors Gathering. I bought this for sub $50. It's now $160. So
Damn, that's a sweet looking box.
It looks nice.
you
Do all the boxes look like that? Like, are they all shaped like that?
Oh, that's
no,
cool.
they're all different. So these two come.
That's cool.
to make one set.
Those are nice.
Yeah,
Freaking awesome.
yeah.
Rip one now, Henry. Let's see it.
Dude, don't tempt me.
No, do it.
If heart attack,
Tyler in here, he'd be like, "You need to rip that."
yeah, rip it right now. But yeah, dude, like,
Rip it for
see,
you.
like, you can invest in Chinese too for all the investors here. Like,
Sure.
$40 turns to 160. That's a pretty good return if you bought a few of them, and no one wanted them. Like, I remember those were on a TikTok shop for days for $40, and I was buying up all those simplified Chinese boxes, traditional Chinese boxes.
They're cool.
They're super cool.
Well, yeah, Matchless Fighter definitely undervalued compared to other sets in my opinion as well. I think that's a bit of a sleeper pick. It's finally started going up in price in Japan over the last few months, but I think it's still, for what it is, I think it's still pretty affordable. Cool.
Which one is that one in English?
It's the one
Good
with
question.
the Blaziken VMAX alt art, the Galarian Birds alt art, the Slow King alt
Chilling-
art,
Chilling
Cobia
Rain.
Slow King alt art. It's got the
Chilling Rain.
Rainbow Snorlax, I think, in it.
Chilling Rain.
I
There you
see.
go.
Yeah, I wasn't into Pokemon quite yet when that came out. Probably. I mean, like
It's a very
the
cool
card,
box.
like I wasn't back in, like full all in and everything.
Brendan, your
Those are good boxes, I
Gengar
just
cameo
wasn't picking
earlier
up.
reminded me of this card that I think is also really cool.
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
So
I've never
good.
seen that.
dude,
the,
that's
Po-
crazy. I didn't even see
Pokemon ni
that.
Natawake. Pokemon ni Natawake Omake Kado. It's the
Oh,
they had this
the Not
series of,
Awake?
Like, call it Not Awake in English, right?
Yeah.
There's a few cards. There's also one for, I'm sure Shug would love this one.
Hey, yeah. I've seen this one.
Big.
There you
Is that a
go.
little Snorlax as the stamp, the set stamp?
No, it's like the cards.
Oh, okay.
There's
Yeah.
the Birthday Pikachu is from there. There's a few more. There's the Psyduck with the question mark. That's a very expensive one. But this is the Hoppip with the Gengar. I think this is the coolest one.
That is really cool. I've never seen that.
That's very
Bro.
cool.
So that card, Nick, in a PSA 9 right now is selling for $550.
What?
Damn.
Yeah.
He's gonna grade it. He's immediately to the back.
I'm just
Yeah.
curious.
He's like, what?
Black label.
Sorry,
all
sorry.
day.
It's probably like $20-$30 in
I'm sorry, Nick.
2023.
$750 with
Oh
$50
my
shipping.
God.
Yeah.
Clean. Nope,
Grade
this is
it.
going in the binder. Staying in the binder. That's a cool
The
card.
Neps-
Just
Doing
like
another
the page.
cameo there with the Gengar.
Oh yeah. Is that
I
card
love the
still like
Ghastly.
high?
That's
Because I think that card
such a
pumped
good card.
because of that, right? Because of the cameo.
Or
It
you can get one
It
for
definitely did pump, but it did drop. So
Okay.
luckily, I think I got it for like $15 or something.
Is this card is that Hoppip card like impossible to pull into 10? Because there's like
It's a vintage card. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
difficult. You're not going to find the raw card in mint condition nowadays. It's
Yeah.
unlikely.
Challenge accepted.
challenge
Go for
it,
accepted.
Have
Yeah,
fun
you
paying
get-
a PSA 10 price for the raw card and getting an 8.
Dude, that's it's like an $800 card, Nick. in a nine.
No
in a 9.
way.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's
Yeah.
just sitting in the binder. I never even think about that. These cards were like $20-$30 2 years ago. 2.5 years ago.
Ibex
Yeah.
is just sitting on a gold mine. Doesn't
He
even
is.
know.
No.
Yeah. One
There's a
thing
lot
that's
of
really
Ultra Beast
cool-
like stuff in here. Don't worry.
when initially I was putting in my collector app cards and stuff, I put in the cards that I thought were the more expensive ones based on what I purchased them for. But what I didn't notice was that later on I started adding in just some of the more common cards that I had in my collection. And I noticed that some of those actually were outpricing the ones that I picked up that I thought were going to be a higher price. It was very surprising to me to see the difference
You
of
never know.
how cards have come along over time.
That's crazy.
This
Hey,
is
Jordan,
this is
Nick
one I
has a-
recently saw Midi cut it as like in like or like a card store was selling it at like a 9 or a 10 for like a lot. It's just a Pokepon. promo.
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
OG
That is
Snorlax
really
reprint.
cool.
that's really neat.
It was like these were like $5.
Yeah.
God, dude.
Yeah.
Everyone had to min max the hobby.
Everything is min max now, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Heart Attack just made a video saying that. He's like, everything's min max, dude. Nothing's for fun anymore. Everything's
Yeah.
Well,
everything's
something
min
a lot
max.
of people don't know is that in Neo Japanese, you had an intro deck that had like exclusive artworks. So this is an Neo intro deck Abra with the Totodile set stamp.
So
That
sick.
is
Juice.
That is awesome. I've
There's a
actually
lot of
never
cool
seen that
cards
one.
like that. Yeah,
There's a
yeah.
cameo card. This people kind of found out about this when
Marshadow.
the
I like-
Marshadow Pikachu from Black and White came out.
I just got sent that one by Jordan in Chinese.
Yeah,
That's
this
a
one's from
cool
Sun
card.
and Moon. Yeah.
Where is
You know what's funny is when I made my tag team booster box collection video and I opened a pack for each box, I pulled that card out of the pack. And I'm like,
Nice.
oh, I'm gonna sleeve it. It's kind of cool. There's a Pikachu on it. I'm sure there's people who like it. And like a year later, there's this
Yeah.
Are we,
whole thing that
are we
I
doing
did.
cameo cards? Here we go.
Let's
Yeah,
see it. Yes, the penny.
there
I
we
love
go.
that card.
That's another one, just like how Morty's conviction, I think is super underrated. I think that's another underrated
Why
card.
is this card so cheap?
Makes no sense.
Makes
I mean,
no
Brianna's
sense.
right there in the front. Yeah. Here's if you guys didn't know, like I'm
Yeah,
definitely
oh,
trying
sorry.
to get all of the Mewtwo cards and all the cameos except for the super secret battle. There's no way in hell I'm gonna buy
love these.
that one, but you can see Mewtwo's like feet in this
Two
one.
feet pics.
And
Feet
then there is another card like this one from JR Rally promo that came out. This is one of them, but there's another Pikachu card with the Mewtwo's foot in there.
How
I
about
love
this
those
one?
Yeah, those are good
JRL
cards.
cards. They're so cool.
Shout out to Eric
Oh,
for the
that's
Christmas
awesome.
present.
I love how he put this together in a frame with the other two cards, War Turtle on one side and Mr. Mom on the other, and you just like took it apart.
I ripped it apart.
He made like this beautiful display, and then you're just like, no, I need this out.
Yeah, dude, I want to grade that card. It's so
That's
good.
funny.
Here's the real juice in this binder.
Hey. The band Moo Moo Milk.
Sorry,
Band
hard
artworks.
to show.
The
It's just a
Moo Moo
page with
Milk.
that Boo Moo.
Here, I got it right here.
There's
Yeah.
silly stuff like that in the binder.
Yeah.
There you go.
Wow.
Fire.
Do any of you guys have the I think
wild
it's called
card.
like swap or something like that card with the back that's hollow?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
it's the only card that has a back hollow. You
Yeah,
guys
that's,
have
my,
that?
that's my number one favorite
trade,
card in the
please.
hobby.
The trade, please, right?
Yeah, trade please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm,
yeah.
I'm trying to find that card.
And a 10?
When I'm out there, that's what I'm looking for.
In a
That's a
10?
good card.
That's a good
Yeah.
show.
Wow.
That's a- One of
I
two
have,
cards that
I
has
have
a
like
hollow
one
back.
more in the binder that's like got a dent, and then I get like one somewhere else. Like that's got a dent.
Light
Yeah,
flex.
just hold on to
Yeah,
that for
light-
me. You know what I
something
mean?
light.
The problem with that card is like I probably have walked past that card so many times, but I've never seen the back, so I didn't know that it was hollow the way it is. So yeah, I've been walking past it. It was like $3 or something when I saw them in the markets and stuff. So
Yeah, it's not
What a
showing well,
shame.
but it's got the Cosmos Hollow. Yeah.
It's such a
That's
sick
so
card,
fire.
yeah.
So
Be
fire.
careful though, because there's a 2016 X and Y reprint that looks almost identical on the front, but has just a regular new back, Japanese new back.
yeah, I
so-
know, and that's why I couldn't find it because I was looking for it and it had the like just a normal back. It's like that's not it. What a shame.
What's weird about this binder copy? It's got like a mark dent in the top. It's not gonna show probably, but it's almost like a Masaki mark. Yeah, I can't get it in the light.
Oh.
I don't know how these were shipped back in the day, so but it looks exactly like a Masaki mark. It's weird.
Interesting.
Yeah.
They're on Mercari, Brandon. I don't know if you shop on Mercari ever, but you
Yeah.
could find them on Mercari.
I
get a-
can't
get a
do it
binder copy
now
or-
without a what do you call it? Like some type of account or something. Since I'm not in Japan anymore, I gotta
If
deal
you
with
find
all that.
if you find one on Mercari, hit me up and I'll send it to you.
That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
I have a PO box too on the base. So
Sweet.
yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
Oh.
okay, that's sick.
Pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh damn, that's got
Dude, that is
texture
good
too.
Quality.
Yeah, this is
Oh,
the most
wow.
frustrating thing I have right now with Pokemon is that they will not print these cards. And I think if they did, they'd probably break the hobby.
For sure,
Yeah.
bro.
Pocket has the best artwork.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is absolutely crazy. So I'm a huge Mewtwo fan, and I have to pick it up regardless of if it's legit or not. These are not real cards, guys, but I definitely recommend if you are looking for somebody who does really good proxies. Creative Hollow is the person that did these cards.
That's
So
sick.
of course, personal collection. Not trying to do anything with them, but yeah,
Send it-
it's nice to see how they would look if they were printed.
Just send it to CGC. You'll get a 10.
Oh yeah, all day. Yeah, trust me,
Here's a good
bro.
Question from
Trust me,
Alex
bro.
Collects. No difference on the starter promos from the Trade Please promo and the CD promo. Right, that's correct. They're exactly the same. The actual Trade Please campaign, 1998, came, that's where the CD promos originated from. And then I think the CD promo set that everyone knows, I think those cards in there, there's a bunch of cards in there. And aside from the English Shadowless Pikachu in there, I think all the cards are from previous promo releases. So I always assumed that they just had these promos left over and just put them all into one product and then sold them to get rid of them. But yeah, they are the same cards. You have no clue if you got one from the original release or the CD promo. PSA changed their labels on the Zard, Blastoise, Venusaur from 98 to 99 at some point. So I don't know either, but they're the same cards. Yeah. There it is. Oh, that card.
Is that the Japanese English one?
One of my error submissions is stuck in limbo because of that card.
It's the CD promo release for that Pikachu.
That's so crazy.
But,
yeah.
If you guys don't know, for the chat, that card was released before as like a test print before they released the card in English. So if you wanted to talk about like a first edition, it's way before that. So really cool.
Yep, came out before English first edition. It's very cool. Yeah. Printed in Japan, so it's got a different card stock. It's a bit thinner, flimsier. It's a little lighter in color, so you can tell the difference. CGC does recognize it as a unique card, so if you want to have the correct label on it, then you can send it to CGC. PSA will just label it as a regular shadowless Pikachu, which is crazy to me because they're the professionals. It's so easy to tell that it's the one from Japan if you hold it in your hand. So PSA being lazy, but it is what it is. Yeah. Very
Merc,
cool
I shared my screen. Merc had a good card that's like a cameo card. The Clive. It's got all kinds of Pokemon in here. Ceruledge, Hoppip, Sylveon.
I love Clive.
Lechonk. Yeah. Psyduck's in the bottom. That's a good card.
Lechonk, one of the best.
That's really cool. And it's really nice if you're a Sylveon collector here, seeing as you can see that one in the back. It's really neat.
Really cool.
Psyduck, if you guys didn't know, Psyduck has, if I'm not mistaken, there's a Psyduck in every World Championship half art promo.
Oh yeah,
the tropical winds. Yeah,
it's crazy, but I don't know why specifically Psyduck, but if you ever look in the corner of any of those championship cards, it's like always a freaking Psyduck in there. It's crazy.
It's very cool that they do that kind of stuff. I'm glad I'm not a Psyduck collector though. Oof.
Yeah, they're done. Absolutely could. Yeah.
Oh, the Pikachu outbreaks. Yeah.
I didn't mean
4 of those different ones, right?
Oh, I don't know how many they have. I found this one right before I left, and I was like, oh, I love it because it matches the 25th anniversary V Union card very well.
Oh, so, yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
I have that box.
Heck yeah.
Is it this?
I think those outbreak Pikachus, they also come with the game token in the seal pack. I think that's also one of the reasons why there's so few 10s, I believe.
Oh.
Yeah. I love the Pikachu V Union. So good.
Yeah, I've got the PSA 10 slab of the V Union right there. Just the all-in-one jumbo.
I bought that for $20. Who knows what it's going for now?
Is that expensive? Like, celebrations went up a lot, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
I know the 25th anniversary Japanese boxes have gone crazy, even though the only thing to pull is the gold Mew. Plus some cool reverses, but like those boxes, I can't believe how much they're now.
Insane. Dang. Cool. Is that a proxy card?
Yeah, once again, another proxy. Sorry that I'm the proxy guy today.
I was trying to figure out what that was like. That looks like it might have been from something, but I was like, I don't think I've ever seen that card.
This is a TCG Pocket promo that they got for the 1 year anniversary.
Okay.
Anytime the art is
like
1
year or New Year, I forgot, but yeah.
I have a fake bootleg card that I like. It's like one of my top pieces in my collection.
Low punning times.
No. So this, I don't know if I've showed you guys this. This was a part of a local tournament. It's called they call it Nanjo Asobi Gildo, like players guild.
Okay.
But it's for the local town I live in, and they did a elementary school tournament, and they have the town's mascot they put on a card, and you got it if you played. And so my kids played in the tournament, and they all got a card. They all got a card, but my wife asked if I could have one too, and they were like, "Well, we have extra." They were at first they're like, "No, but we have extra," and then they gave her an extra one. So yeah, it's not a real card, but it's like an unofficial tournament that they did here, and I like it a a lot.
Damn,
that's very cool. It's so funny. I could just picture it like you with your wife walking up, and you're almost like a little boy, and she's like asking, "Can you have one too, please?"
Yeah.
I know we're going everywhere right now, but I did want
We
to
are,
share
but it's
something
good.
that what I would want to see is we talked about the CD promos, and what I would love to see for the 30th anniversary is I'd like to see all the arts come out from the actual game cartridge re-released
Yeah.
as full art cards. And one of the things that we already have the half arts for all of the like red, blue, and green, but they never released a half art of the yellow Game Boy
Ooh.
art. So I'd
Oh,
like to see, this
yeah.
is the like the yellow game cassette art.
Mm-hmm.
And I basically got someone to make a proxy of it, and I'd like to see them create this Pikachu and make that an anniversary card, 30th.
That'd be
Along with the
sick.
Charizard, like a reprint of the Charizard, Blastoise, and Venusaur, because even the English, like no one outside of the Japan market has that CD promo, so it's hard to get the actual art unless they have like the deck boxes or something like that.
That'd be
That would be
really sick if
sick.
they did that.
And I can see it happening because didn't we see the leaks or the reveals for those, what is it called? What are they called? The starter promos now. They'll be in the booster pack in English,
Yeah.
and they have a
Yeah,
lot of Game Boy game references in them, so
Yeah.
yeah,
it could happen.
yeah. I
I
would love to see the cover art for like all the games that were
Yeah.
released up to this point. That would be sick.
Oh, that would be
I
very cool.
how do you guys how do you guys feel about those cards? I hate those cards.
I think
The
they're
nine
nice.
the nine they released, like they just look so like I don't know, like too
Which card?
polished. The um the 9 cards they released, what were they from for the 30th? Like the
I'll
9
bring them up on
starters?
the screen.
Yeah, you can
Oh
put them
yeah.
on the stream.
So yeah. At first I think I was like, oh, this is amazing. I love like how much nostalgia is like behind the card. You got the game graphics like in the background, but looking at them like a little bit more, I started to feel like it just looks like
These are
it looks
trash.
like they just threw a bunch of shit on the screen and were like, yeah, this they'll love it. And it looks like that stick.
Exactly.
It looks like a sticker on top of the card. The Pokemon
Yeah,
actually looks like they placed a sticker over it. It just I don't
yeah.
know. Not something doesn't mesh well. They're super unique. They're not like terrible. I think
These
they'll do
trash.
well and people will like it, but I don't know. There's something like
I,
they went overboard. I feel like.
For
yeah,
sure.
I
I like
really
it.
look forward to the Japanese stamps, because if they do the Japan stamps like they did the 25th anniversary, I'm definitely going Japan. Like these 30th stamps, I think they're just too elongated. Like they cover up too much space.
Mm.
Um, but also I do think that like those full arts, they don't speak to the character. I think they speak to being connected. Like someone wants you to collect the whole set, but at the same time, I don't. There's no real story behind any of those cards. We recently talked about the God pack and how that Pikachu has like surrounding art when you collect that God pack that's in V Star Universe or in Crown Zenith. When you just get all the arts together, it's like Lucario, Swablu, Pikachu, and a couple other cards that together they fit. I think there's 9 of them. They all together make a final art. They actually look like they're in a real environment. They look naturally placed, and each card individually pops. And I think that was a fantastic job. This one to me looks like a Taco Bell promo from back in the 90s. So I'm good on this.
Me too, bro. I'm straight.
I think they're nice, and I think it'll be good. That it'll be easy to collect because you get 3 in the pack. I think in English, and there's 9, and then later in a different release there'll be 9 more or something, right? So this should be easy to collect. This should be cheap and affordable, which is cool. I think they're cute. I'm also not the biggest fan of the artwork, but I think they look nice. And on the stamp, I think it's interesting. I recently watched a German YouTuber talk about this, and I hadn't even considered it, but I don't know where English went south because in 20th anniversary generations, the logo design actually is really cool.
Yeah.
And then they changed it in the 25th, and now they stuck to the one from the 25th basically. But the generations one was so much better, right? You
100%.
remember what it looked like?
Um.
I could bring
I
it up.
I don't know if I agree with that. I think the 25th anniversary logo and the 30th anniversary logo are really cool, like design wise. I think people just want something new, but I think
Yeah.
it's really cool to put the number in the cheeks. But I think just people want something different.
I don't know if you can see this stamp. You probably have to like zoom in or something. But this 10th anniversary stamp to me looks absolutely sick.
Yeah, it does.
if they did something like that, just freaking change the 1 to a 3 or something, I think that would look really cool. There, it's a little bit more
That
clear.
is very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like, look, Chuck, generations. Right?
Pikachus and all the
You still
Pokemon.
have the number in the cheeks, but the whole face is like different Pokemon.
That's sick.
Isn't that so much
Yeah.
better?
Yeah, it is. But
I mean, they had to save that $5 on every print.
Facts.
Yeah.
But now they have too many Pokemon, right? I mean, I guess they could redesign and
Yeah.
add the 3 more or 6 more that are there, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Sunamric
not
has a good point.
bullish.
Those starter promos should have been more like the Meowth AR. Kind of agree. Like that one is similar vibes in terms of the Game Boy reference, but definitely a more interesting artwork.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
You got that one right here.
Yeah, I definitely wish they would redo.
Uni Nori artwork.
We have Gym
So
Challenge. I think they should reintroduce Gym Challenge. And I know I'm jumping, but we already have enough to do. Like they could do teams, and they're continuing on this road of ex leader or ex trainers Pokemon. So I think that if they really wanted to showcase like some history, they could really go through these generations that we've had and highlight. We have friends in. For example, I've heard before that we don't have like a Friends in Kanto. We don't have a Friends in Johto card. That would be absolutely amazing. I would love to see that come out at some point. I don't care if it's anniversary or just isn't future sets.
That'd be cool. I'd love to see some dark Pokemon again. That's a bit of a letdown for me with Glory Team Rocket, that there was only Rocket's Pokemon. Because I've always loved dark. Like I love that in Japanese. Dark and light are Warui and Yasashi. And like Warui doesn't translate to dark. It translates to like bad or evil.
Yeah.
And then Yasashi isn't light, it's kind. Right? So I think that's so cool in Japanese. I would love to see some of the dark Pokemon come back. Give me the dark Venusaur in the 30th anniversary. Like I want to see that card again.
I think previewing those the hot garbage that we just saw, those 9 cards, I don't think we're getting anything dark.
Henry isn't very optimistic.
It's not looking good. I feel like it's gonna go even more like rated G for the 30th anniversary. Even more bright colors, even more like. And I'm with you, Nick. We bring back the dark Pokemon, dude.
That would be cool if they did like a dark vibe set where it's like more Magic the Gathering art styles, where it's more for adults. Just like a single set, like with that theme. And then you don't have to keep doing it, but just do it once. It would be really cool. Yeah.
Take my money.
Ooh, yeah, that dark.
Use
that dark card.
Use your dark versus light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So fire.
That dark light is crazy.
It's like the Halloween card for me.
So sick.
Oh, it is hollow, by the way. I don't know if you can see the hollow of it. Yeah.
Such a good art.
Yeah.
I love the legend cards are really cool. There's some crazy ones. The Ho-Oh and Lugia in unlimited Japanese are super rare. Nuts. I might have not. Oh, I've seen them. I've seen them raw in a store once, I think. They're crazy. Yeah. Cosmex Money Brothers said it's being lazy. I don't know. I think they're targeting certain audiences with this kind of stuff, right? And maybe we're not the direct target audience for those promos, which is fine. Like,
Yeah.
That's cool.
But one thing I did notice is that there's been a kind of a highlight of this mega era is that they're really going with, I don't know how to explain it besides Taco Bell colors. There's like the Venusaur, if you've seen like that color combo that they're picking.
The pink and Baja Blast.
It's like, it's like Mountain Dew Splash. I forgot what the rest of these things are called, but like all these neons. Neons is kind of where a lot of the direction is going for either the box art, the card art, and it seems like that is what is reflected in that 30th anniversary. Those promos kind of have the colors picked up from that. I've never been a fan, but I kind of see the connection there.
Yeah, these.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that card a lot though.
Baja Blast,
Yeah,
Bulbasaur.
don't get me wrong. Like the card is I've never seen, you know, a really like I think that's my favorite Bulbasaur card that I've seen so far, except for maybe the McDonald's Bulbasaur, that promo Japanese looks
Oh,
Yeah,
really
the
sick.
M.
The
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got that, and that it
that's
looks really
very
cool.
cool.
But
Yeah.
Brandon, I feel you, bro. Like if that had a Taco Bell stamp on that Bulbasaur, Nick just show it would. I wouldn't second guess it at all. I totally understand where you're coming from with those color, with the color, which is cool. I'm a fan of Taco Bell, so
Whatever
Yeah.
Pokemon cooks up, I'm going to be buying anyways, probably anyway.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right, they know it.
well, it's like I'm looking at the Inferno X booster box right here, and it's the same thing,
Yep.
right? These like
Yep.
green and pinks and blues. It's I don't know.
It looks cool.
Yeah,
I think it's a cool
Yeah.
box.
It's
Charizard's,
cool,
like,
but to me, it
pregnant.
doesn't scream
Pregnant.
Charizard X. You know,
Yeah, he's
it
like,
screams a box, and then there's a Charizard there.
look at that belly. Like, jeez.
Everybody's
Got,
always
like, a
body
4D
shaming
Charizard.
Charizard.
4D Charizard box, and you just like feel the belly or something.
Yeah,
All right, how are you guys? Let's maybe to finish off the stream. Excited for Ninja Spitter, which is coming out March 13th in Japan.
The pack art is way better than that card.
for sure.
The pack art looks sick. The card, I'm like, I don't. It doesn't do anything for me.
I'm a huge Greninja fan, so I will be buying. I love Greninja.
Yeah, pack art looks nice. I like the color composition. I
Yeah.
think the Mega Greninja is cool. I like it. I'm sure the cards will look nice. Yeah, let me get these.
Did you say 35 to 40 secret rares
Wait,
up
where
above
is that?
the pack?
Oh,
That's a lot, no?
Yeah, it's a lot.
83 cards in the main set? Wait, yeah.
I didn't think it was going to be that big.
Well, it should,
Well,
if
I
it's
look
a
forward
normal
to
set,
seeing
there
what
would be
they
like
are.
12 ARs, maybe 6 to 12 full arts, Pokemon and trainers. I don't know. We'll see.
I wish they did what they did in the like kind of the later half of the Sword and Shield era, where you had a V alt, a V Max alt. I don't think because they're not doing, you know, a regular alt and then a mega alt. It'd be nice if they did both to
Oh, I
give it
see.
some variety or something like that. Because I think because there's only the mega alt, you either like it or you don't. And
Yeah,
there's no
right.
opportunity to, like, for the Greninja fans out there, there's no opportunity for them to see, like, all right, well, let me just get a regular. And don't get me wrong, I'm aware that there's the old school like Greninja alt that just came out recently, but they had an opportunity to like make the set still work for whoever, kind of in the way we were talking about the Umbreon V versus the Umbreon V Max. And I mean, even they had a Brilliant Stars Umbreon V Max alt, like Trainer Gallery alt, and you know, there's layers to what they could have done with these characters. I feel like they're limiting this time around. Like you get the card that you want or you're done for the season kind of situation now.
Feels like it, yeah.
I kind of like that though.
Um,
It's just that one and done.
It's fair. And then regarding the set, I just feel really bad because we already have box art release leaks for the Mega Ray set. It's already out, so you can see what that looks like. Yeah, so I think it dropped today. So, you know, we know the Darkrai is coming, you know the Ray is coming, so people have already forgotten about the Greninja set. So it's kind of, it's where, you know, we're all just sporadic as far as what we're looking at now, and we're just jumping around. It makes it tough to keep focused on, you know, what's going on in here in releases.
It's tough to keep up, yeah. Abyss Eye in May, and then Storm Emeralda July, end of July.
Summer's gonna be crazy.
Summer's gonna go crazy, right?
Darkrai and Mega Rayquaza, that's cool.
Yeah, that's a strong combination. Very strong.
September, October for the anniversary set. It's gonna be crazy going forward. Dude, the 20th, look at that CP6 booster pack. It was just too good.
Too good.
Insane.
Yeah, I want to see some Sugimori art, man. Bring that stuff back.
Ooh, that'd be fire.
Yeah,
Such a
we
good
need
pack.
something like that again.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited, guys.
Yep. Alrighty, guys, that was fun. Had a good time. Kind of side what is it called? Drifted off into just showing cards, but that's a fun thing to do always. I always love seeing what other people collect. I love sharing cards. It's always a good time. I don't think there's enough of that these days. Too much just graphs and charts and whatnot. It's always fun to just share some shiny cardboard and talk about what we like. So yeah, thanks so much for coming on. Thank you, Henry. Thank you, Blackwire. Thank you, Shug, Family Mart over Lawson. I'm with you there. Family Mart #1. Although Lawson can be pretty good.
Yeah, if I could just
any final words? Yeah.
if I could just jump in, I'd like to say, like, if you guys in the chat haven't seen Nick's older videos, I mean, especially like from 1 or 2 years ago, that stuff is pure gold. I mean, I was watching that stuff. I thought I would never be on a live with him. It's awesome to be able to chat with you directly, man, because like you definitely you walk through the areas where I was living near, and I never thought to go to some of those places, some of those stores, and check out some of those corners. It's just so hard to know what's a good place to go to, or like what's a good buy or anything like that out there. You were one of the few YouTubers that were doing it before anybody else. So really appreciate you having me on, and really appreciate all those cool videos that you make.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Yeah, like if you, I agree. Like maybe go back to the card shopping videos. Those are pretty decent. Don't go to the stuff that's before that. I think there's a couple of like more like information, educational videos in there. Like I made a whole video about the Trade Please promo, just all I know about it, everything. Those are kind of cool, but don't watch some of the other stuff. It's a bit cringe.
That's all right. We got shit for that.
I bet
That's all right.
We're gonna go look right after this.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look right after this. So
I
don't
tried
take 'em down,
for a
Nick.
few videos. I tried to do the YouTuber thing with like super excited voice and stuff like that. It's not me. I can't do it.
Yeah, those early Ibex videos, whoo, S tier,
Oh,
S tier. So
Even
yeah,
now, I every time an Ibex video pops up, I'm like, click right away.
yeah.
oh.
I'm gonna
Thanks,
steal
guys.
that the walking through Japan late at night, Nick, when I go to Japan in two
You
weeks.
gotta do it, man. I better
gonna
see
do
a
it.
video of it. If you don't do it, I'm gonna be pretty sad.
Yeah,
Like, you gotta do it.
I'll still have my 8 uploads a day, so don't you worry.
That's wild.
But yeah, thank you so much for having us on, Nick. That was fun.
Yeah,
Thanks,
a lot of
Andrew, for
fun.
coming on.
It was
Thanks,
fun to
Jack,
talk
as
to everybody.
always.
Yeah, first time talking to Brandon too, so really cool.
Yeah, very nice to meet you, Brendan.
Yeah, Brandon's a
Definitely
legend.
more of this in the future. We do have more thumbnails that we can use as well. So
Yeah, he's just collecting them for his stash.
I have more ideas too. It's just- But yeah, thanks everyone in chat for showing up as well. Had a good number of people in here today. It's so much fun. It's always tough for me to keep up with talking to everyone on, but also reading chat and like so. But I caught a good number of the comments there and really appreciate it. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a great weekend, and we'll catch you in another live stream or in a video in the future. So thank you and bye bye.